Saturn in Aries, that's like a new timeline. And I would love to know, what is the message now? How does this shift occur? And I drew 3 cards, and I'm not sure if this is a pick a card reading or if this is one reading and all the messages belong somehow together. I don't know, but that I say that I don't know is for me a hint that they are somehow connected. And whatever you feel in this moment, which card to choose, or how the direction is, maybe that is your first card, or maybe that is your first card. And just allow your intuition to come in and to tell you how to navigate this reading. I don't know what to expect. I think that there is something really, really big changing right now, and that this energy shift and the timeline shift is crucial for our next steps that we are taking in this new journey when Saturn entered Aries. Because there is a new cycle beginning, as I mentioned, Pisces is the end of the zodiac and Aries is the beginning. So it is this moment where Saturn enters this place of the new beginning, and it's although Saturn comes back into Pisces because he has some unfinished business to finish, it doesn't mean that this isn't the moment where the shift happens. I think that this moment when this happens and Saturn gets into the connection to Neptune, it is the moment of shift. And even when it takes a moment until they are really connected and Saturn moves beyond Neptune, it means that this moment is the precursor, this moment is the beginning of this new shift and of this new timeline, whatever that means. And I have no idea what to expect, so we'll see what comes up, and I will just read them in this order that I pulled them. And it is, the first card is Spring. And the second card is Copper. And the third card is Gold. So just sit for a moment with these cards and allow your intuition to kick in and to tell you which card is yours, or which order is yours, or whatever comes up in your intuition. It is the right thing, and always trust this, because from this place of your intuition comes the truth. And the truth, I don't mean the truth, I mean your truth. And that is the most important thing, to find your truth in all of this. And so I will see you in your reading. Welcome, Pile 1. You chose the card Spring, and I feel that's what it is right now. This is the new timeline. This is the moment when the change happens. And we have, in this card, we have these 5 stones, and I think they're all pearls. It can be diamonds as well. I don't know what the stones are in this card and in this tree, but it is the number 5, and it's the number of change, and that is what we are experiencing right now. And in this moment, when the spring comes up and the flowers get through the earth and they bloom, right? This is the moment where we see that we made it through the winter. And that is a beautiful thing, because that's where we did the work. And I think you are in this moment, you are in the place where you feel that you did a lot of work. I think these are two. They want to come through too. And we made it through the winter. And that is the moment where you invested a lot of work, and because you did, you reached this moment. And this is like a new timeline. Every time the sun comes into Aries in spring, right? This is the new beginning of an astrological year. And this is the moment where everything starts again. And that is how we experience this moment, right? And so you did the work. And we have this card of the book. We have the archway. I have to get it a little bit down so that we can, this one up. It's always the same thing, that I want you to see all the cards, and then I have to figure out how to do that. That is. And then we have the ring. We have the hourglass. And I have another one. I didn't expect that to happen. Let's see. I have to get it over here, because we have one card more than I thought. I thought I had 5 cards for the big change, right? And we have the island as well. So this is a pretty clear message. There is something coming up that you don't know yet. It is connected to relationships and to the new path you are on. And it's about, I have to get this in. It is about moving forwards into your, or in your new timeline. I don't think that it is into your timeline. I think you are already there. You are already in this place where you can feel that something really shifted. And this is the moment to move forwards, to move maybe into new relationship, and take your time while you're doing this, because that is what the hourglass comes with as well, is divine timing. And in divine timing, it will happen quick. And it will get you out of your isolation. It will get you into yourself, into the outer world, and out of your isolation. And whatever happened in your life, it is changing. And it's a big, big change. Because that's what we can see, right? We can see that there is this new pathway. And maybe you feel right now, I have to do something. I have to move forwards. I have to make this happen, or something like this. And this is the confirmation that you don't. This is the moment where life tells you everything is in perfect order. And even when you feel like this in the moment, it will change quickly. Because on the one hand, this will happen really, really fast when it does, in divine timing. And it cuts away the isolation. It cuts away your feeling of being an island and being isolated, being ostracized maybe even, with the things you do and with the things that you want to accomplish. This is the moment where you have to allow this to happen, because you already did the work, right? That's what shows up here, because even when you don't know where this is coming from, even when you don't know what will happen, because there is this book as something unknown, then you can trust life in this moment, that it will unfold. The book can mean that you wrote a book, right? It can mean that you have a story to tell, and that this story will be told in divine timing, because it is on the way. And that is what we often don't trust in, when nothing happens and we don't get anywhere in this moment, right? And then we have the idea that we can do something to make it happen. And this is the invitation to not do that, to step into your divine feminine, into the trust in nature, the trust in this moment of creation, in this moment of new beginning. And we have the Two of Cups. That's about relationship as well, right? And we have death. And death is the beautiful card for this transformational moment that we have in this. And to see where this is going is not the thing that we have to do right now, because we have to allow this to transform. And there we have the one card that is that I leave to you. I will tell you my interpretation of this card, of this one, because it's an extra card in this tarot deck. But we have a Knight of Wands. We have someone who is really passionate about the relationship to you, about your new pathway you are on, because the Knight of Wands is this beautiful, kind-hearted moose, right? It's a beautiful being that has feathers in his antlers and birds on his head. He's a beautiful, really kind-hearted being, and he is really happy, and not he, she, you know, it's not about gender. Absolutely happy about this collaboration and this communication about about this relationship. And it is this healing relationship, because we have these snakes, and in between we have the staff, and it's like an Escalab staff, and it's like the healing moment that comes when we collaborate, when we commit to something. And it's an amazing depiction of this, because it's an line 8, it's an Lamescard, and it's about infinity, right? This is the moment of infinity when we allow ourselves to step into this relationship, and that is something that we don't know yet what it brings, but it will bring something really special, because I feel that this relationship, whatever that is, it can be a working relationship, it can be a collaboration, can be a romantic relationship, but what it brings is a new beginning, like the spring, and it will bring this in divine timing, and it will just cut away all of the things that we had about being isolated, being ostracized, being not worthy of love, right? And it destroys all that, because that is the moment of this transformation. That's the death moment. And so I feel that this thing that you have to interpret, because that is an extra card in this deck, and so we can see that in this card, and you take a moment and maybe stop the video and look at it closely. Look at it and allow yourself to have an interpretation for it yourself. And I tell you, for me, it feels like there is a rewiring happening here, because there are all these connections, and there are the deeper meanings in all of these connections. And I feel that there is like a line up in the chakras happening right now. And there are a lot of symbols in here that I feel that they are connected. And through your journey that you were on, you connected these dots. And maybe there is this past life story that ran through your life. And you met a lot of people from these past lives. You met a lot of people that were destined to close the stories with you, to close a historical event, to maybe there were a lot of people in your life that triggered a lot of these past life memories. And whatever you believe in, this can be even when you don't believe in past lives or stories that we remember on an intercellular level. It can be just the people you met in this lifetime that changed you a lot. And it feels like a nervous system for me, but it can be something else for you, right? And as I look at it right now, I can see even can look like a trickster or something with these eyes and his mouth. But whatever it means for you, there are these symbols, and I feel that these symbols are aligning, and these nervous systems are these connections are built right now so that you can move into the next phase of your life. And that is something really amazing, because it changes your perception as well. It's not just me telling you, this is the moment when you can feel that the change is happening, when you can feel that something really, really important is happening in this moment. And you stay where you are. You stay in your timeline, even when you are triggered in this moment, even when you feel that there is this storm. And this is beautiful, because we have this eye of the storm, and we have the card for our mind. It's the 13. It's the sky of mind. So this is the nervous system, the anxiety, even when there may be something from your past life that brought with you the remembering of old times where you were punished for showing up, for showing yourself, and so you preferred to put yourself on an island, to put yourself out of the occasion so that you cannot be hurt. This is over now, because you can feel that this is an old story, and that you have to face this fear, and that already has happened. You know that this has already happened, and what you experienced. And we have never saw it like this, but we have these two horses in here. We don't have only one that is in this storm. There are two horses, two faces that we can see in this, and we have these two snakes. So we have a relationship, even when you don't know yet. Even when you are without a relationship and you don't know who I'm talking about, it is coming, because that is what the new beginning is about, to be with someone in the storm. It's not you have to face it on your own, because that's where this anxiety kicks in, and you think you will be punished when you show up. And this is telling us, no. You know the place that is in the stillness, in the storm. You know the eye of the storm is something that is really in stillness. There is nothing happening in there. And you can stay there. And you can honor yourself on your own timeline, on your own pathway. You can honor yourself. And what I began in when this card is, it can't mean, that this is something you don't know yet. So there is something coming up, and there is someone coming into your life that you don't know yet. And this is leading into something really, really beautiful, because we have these Two of Cups, and it's leading into a new relationship that is in divine timing. It can also mean that you already wrote a story, you already created something that is now about to go out there. And this is the promise that it will. That there is nothing that you can do right now because it is already in its own pathway. And however you go through this, allow this to unfold. Allow your this relationship and this contract that is coming your way to show up. And let this mind of yours that's really, really brilliant, but it is anxious and it's creating anxiety. Let this go. Let this go and step into the stillness and allow this new moment of new beginning, new timeline just to unfold. And with the unfoldment, with this new timeline, there is this new learning. That's what we have to do every moment in spring when the flowers come out again through the soil. They have to figure out how to grow. They have to do the work in this moment, but it's not something that we can plan. That's not something that we can put in the right order. It is this moment of change happening to us. It's the moment of change that is destined. And one thing that I want to tell you is that you are on the right timeline. Don't allow distractions. Don't allow people putting you into this place of anxiety to put you back on this island. Because that is what's often happening when we are moving forwards. People try to stop us. Because it is about, it's threatening them in their stagnation. So they will try to stop you. Because you are doing something they can't. And this is just stay connected to yourself. Relearn or learn the new pathway and allow yourself to be changed in this moment. And we want to have a card. I think it's not just one. Yeah, you see, there is this and that is maybe something you really feel, that there is someone, something that is trying to get you out of your balance. And that is something you don't want to do, because it leads into something that is not helping you to move forwards. And the anxiety, because someone threatens you, someone does something, someone takes something from you, someone says that they would do whatever they would do, or don't do anything, keeps you in this place of the old timeline. That's a story that is already gone, you know. This is and I think we have a place for one more. Because that's what we do. So, what is... Yeah. You know, all that you do in your life with the things that you accomplished, not in a way of accomplished in a world of 3D. I don't mean that. I mean that you accomplished something that other people long for. You closed cycles. You closed doors that you opened in other timelines. Whatever that means, I don't know. But you closed them. And in this moment of closure, there is a threatening of other people's timelines, because they can see that you're moving somewhere else. And you are not under their control anymore. And this is the moment where other people do things to get you back. And often it works because we step into this anxiety, we step into our mind, and then we think, oh yeah, that's really true. I have to figure this out now. And this is the confirmation. No, you don't. You let the people do whatever the people do. And you trust yourself that you are adaptable in the moment, that you will know what will happen, because you don't fall for this refusal of the call, right? You don't fall for the thief. These are people who are dreams thieves, who call you back and say, no, don't go there. You're there. That's nothing for you. And this is the moment where you step into your garden of Venus. And that's the same thing as in the spring, we don't have to do anything. It's happening. It's already happening. And you step back and you rest. You renew yourself. And from this really, really hard phase you came from. And then you trust that you are adaptable in the next moment when this possibility shows up, and that you are resourceful. And that is the trust that you can have in your own path, because you are on the right path. You know, that's what we can see here. You are on the right path. And maybe we want to have another card for confirmation. Well, we'll see. I think we can have these to see what they bring up. This one. And I think these. Yeah. Wow. We have corn, we have the owl, and we have Pachamama. And that's abundance, right? That's abundance, wisdom, and connection to the earth. That is your embodiment, your wisdom that leads into abundance. And I really mean abundance in resources as well, because you are this resourcefulness. And this is the leading into, you already did the work to connect yourself to your wisdom, to the wisdom from past lives, and you stepped into the oneness of being connected to Mother Earth and to all that is. And this is the moment of confirmation. Don't fall for the bait. Whatever comes up now, whatever is thrown at you, don't fall for the bait, because you already did the work. The spring is already here. You don't have to do anything. You just have to allow these blossoms to come out and to bloom. Yeah. That's really beautiful. As I always say, that's really something. I'm really happy that this is a journey, and this is a journey you are on. So that is something I want to honor, because that is a thing that you walked through. So trust. And this is your card. Child's play. Conscious play creates energy. It allows us to enjoy the discipline that helps us feel safe, productive, and we are making progress on our path. It opens us up to life and increases our vitality and creativity. Without it, discipline and hard work can wear away our life force. When balanced with loving and healthy discipline, there is no need to fear it. It can only bring benefits. Child's play in the beginning of the spring. What a beautiful card to have at the end. And Pi 1, I wish you all the blessings and the best for your for your journey into spring, and allow yourself to keep your hands just by yourself and just to allow this to unfold. You did the work. Trust that you did the work. And have the beginner's mind and the fresh breath of play in this. Because it is a new path and it's a new timeline. It wants you to play with it. Thank you so much, Pile One, for being here and for listening to me. And I really enjoy reading for you. Thank you. And I see you soon. Welcome, Pile Two. You chose the card Copper. And this card talks about the shift of these timelines, and it talks about love and sensuality entering your life in this moment of shift. And it's about that you, as the alchemist, right, put a lot of work into the things that you wanted to change and to you wanted to achieve. And this is the moment where it's this moment of silence. There is this moment of something has to emerge, and in this moment you can see that you prioritized your work over your own senses. You prioritized this hard work because you wanted to achieve something, right? And so there is this moment where you realize there is something else, and it's your sensuality, and this will show up in the next phase of your life. There will be something in this new moment of your timeline. There is something that will show up that is about your sensuality. And we'll see. We have the sickle, and we have the owl. We have a letter and a message. We have a heart. And we have clover. And we have the snake. And so there is something cut away that is causing you stress right now. And in the next phase of this life, there will be someone sending you a message of love. And in this message of love, there is something really beautiful coming up that is solving a problem for you, that feels like, and it's a really love message. It's not about romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can be, but I don't know if it is, right? And in this moment of change, in this moment of opening up this new timeline, there is this message of love coming in that is a really beautiful, lucky one, because we have the clover as a message that will come in a short amount of time. So it is about this moment, right? And the message can come from someone who is an intelligent person that has a lot of female energy, that has a lot of divine feminine energy. And it can be a man, it can be a woman. It's never about gender, right? It's about this energy. That's an intelligent woman. Can be someone who is a little bit older than you, that brings in a message of love that is cutting away your stress. And it's cutting away because it is offering something that is really, really loving. And it is whatever is on your mind and on your heart right now that creates stress in your life, it will be solved. And it is this moment of feeling whatever needs to be felt in this moment, and can even destabilize you for a moment, because I don't know where that comes from, but it feels like it, that this message is something you don't expect coming in, and it is touching your heart. This feels like it because it is something you never expected from other people. So this is something that is touching your heart, and it is cutting away your stress that you have in this moment. And yeah, that's really, it's an interesting message, because the copper and the love and the pleasure and fertility coming in is the magic of this moment, right? It is this metal that is delightful, right? And it's the metal copper has a magic in it. It's even when copper gets, it's beautiful. It looks really shiny, golden, beautiful, and when it gets in contact with oxygen, it creates this beautiful blue color. And it's ore as well. You know, I'm living close to a city that has copper roofs, and always they get cleaned often, but there is a difference in the how we sense this area of the city when there is this blue showing up in the copper roofs, because it gives the city a special flavor. And I really say flavor, because it is not about seeing it. It's of course it's a sense, right? Seeing something, but it's this beautiful color that shows up, and that makes this sight and this moment when this shows up really special, because it's the combination of this reaction of copper and oxygen, and that creates something really pleasurable. And it's like the moment when you receive this message, whatever this message is about, there is something where you can see you have to shift your priorities from the drama, from the stress that the things brought up in your life, to sensing whatever needs to be felt in this moment, to be on the side where you allow yourself now to feel and to sense. It's about pleasure. It is about maybe even about romantic love coming in, but that is just one thing that can happen. It can just mean that something will come in that gives you the opportunity to step into your senses more, because you don't have to look out for your survival in this moment anymore, because that is what maybe shows up, right? That you don't have to care for your survival. We have 2 sevens. That's really interesting. And we have the 5. And that's interesting too, because this card showed up in pile 1. And so we have this moment where we have to face the things that caused us stress in the past. And this card, and I invite you as well to sit with this card for a moment. And it's interesting because it is the other way around. I turned it, or I pulled it the other way around in pile 1. So this is a different meaning, right? There are different things that we can see in this card, and maybe you can sit down for a moment and stop the video to just sit with it and just think about what it means for you. And for me, this feels like there is something that is lingering in your system. There is a past life experience that is ready to be changed. And it's like having someone in your system, having someone who did something to you that wasn't right. It is the Seven of Swords. It's the thief in the night. It's someone who did something that wasn't okay, that took something from you, and that caused a lot of anxiety and stress because it was about you expecting other people to steal from you, taking something from you, and then walking away, right? And this is not the moment where this will happen to you. It is the moment where you have more choices than you expect. You have more things to choose from. And it is the moment where you step away from this invitation of the outer world, your things that you are stressing about. You are stepping away from the competition. You're stepping away from fighting it. Because when we see this card of the Five of Swords, there is no winner in here. There is no win-win. There are just losers. Because that's what fighting is about. Even the white Scorpion has 3 swords and the black has 2 swords. You know, they are just different in size and even in toxicity. Maybe they are really different. And you can see, and that I mentioned toxicity. This feels like that the stressful thing that is happening in your life is connected to toxicity. And it is the knowing that you have in this moment where you put your senses, your pleasure first, that you realized at one point every single one of the things that challenge you. If you step into the fight, you always lose, because everybody loses in the fight. Because it's not important who you are in this fight, because both of them are toxic. Both of them are deadly in this approach to fight. And this is the revelation in this moment, where you allow yourself to step away from that, to step away from the illusions of that everybody wants to hurt you, that everybody wants to take something from you, and from the illusion that there is something. And it looks like, for me, in this moment, it looks like a tree monster, something that is lurking there in there to wait to do something. So it is like it is like threatening, right? And in this moment, that's just for me, it doesn't have to be for you. It can be something really different, and that's okay too, right? For me, it feels like the revelation that there is nothing threatening you. There is nothing being able to hurt you. Even when people take something from you, there is nothing that they can do with you, because if you don't step into the toxicity in this moment. So if there is something in your life that is inviting you to step into a fight, don't. Just sit, wait for a moment, and allow yourself to experience pleasure. Experience yourself. Don't fall for this invitation. And that is often when people are toxic, you know, and it's really not important if you are the big toxic one or the small one. It is not important. It's an invitation to fight, and it is an invitation to be infected by the toxicity. It is like being bullied into fighting. And whatever that is in your life, if this is a real person or it's a situation, and it doesn't matter if it's a real person in your life. If it's an invitation to be toxic, don't. Step into kindness, because that is the timeline where you are. And that it can be the moment where people feel that they are losing you. They want to be where you are, but they don't want to do the work to get there. So it is always about you putting you into a situation where you come back to where they are. And if this is a person who isn't aware about what they are doing, they are not taking responsibility for their own feelings, for their own actions. They want you to step into the fight, because then they can deal with you and their own emotions by hurting you. That's because they are unavailable for feeling their own emotions and digesting and transmuting their own energies in all of this. And this is your invitation. Don't fall for the bait, because in previous times you did. You stepped into this because you were in this mode of fight and flight. You were in this mode that you had to protect, like this. You had to protect your eggs from being stolen. And that can even mean you had ideas that have been stolen. Someone ran with it. And that is where you are in this moment of revelation. I feel really like this, that you are the copper. You are the magic. Nobody can steal your things. You have millions of things. You have millions of ideas to choose from. Nobody can steal it from you. And this is, you have to believe in your own ideas, because there are so many, and that is where these sevens come in. Have the faith in your own ideas that nobody, when you don't step into toxicity, you stop attracting toxic people. That's what we often don't see. When we are in these relationships where people show up in this toxic way, we don't see that we invited them, because we wanted to solve our own toxicity that we brought up from our upbringing. We tried to create something really real, but we allowed other people to tease us and bait us into the fight. And that is where, when we see this, whoever you are on this side, if you are this one or this one, I expect this one to be more toxic than this one. So whoever you are in this, it is a deathly fight. So if you stop and if you refuse to go there, you get rewarded by your ideas coming through and by your ideas being lived by yourself. Because you preferred to be in this sensual moment where you experience yourself in this beautiful richness that you bring. And this is a decision, right? It's a decision to let go of these old stories. It's letting go of this upbringing that taught you that you will be betrayed, that there will be always people taking from you, because that's how the world works, right? But it's not true. And we have the benefactor. It's this moment when you decide not to fall for something. If you decide not to step into this fight and into the toxicity. That's the thing that always comes up, into toxicity. When you heal your own toxicity, and it doesn't have to be totally healed, you just have to see that it's there. You cannot attract someone toxic if you aren't. That's what like attracts alike. So if you are toxic, and we all are in areas, if you are, just face it. and see how do you react, and how does the other person react, and do you step in? Do you really want to move into this fight? And this is the confirmation. No, you don't, because you want to have all of these opportunities. You have all of these ideas to choose from, all of these rewards you can choose from. If you let go of these old stories and step into the love, because you realize that this is what moves you forwards. This is where you have to put your priorities into love, because that is where this comes from. So there is this message where someone will be generous, where grace enters your life. Grace enters your life. Wow, that's emotional. And there you can see this feast of plenty, choices and consequences. Yes, choices. If you choose not to fight, if you choose not to get there. And we have the dream thief as well. We had this in pile 1 as well. So there is this person, there is this moment where you have to decide if you take the bait and if you change timelines again, because that is what's happening. When we step into this area, this is a specific timeline where fight is on the daily basis. But if you choose to not to, nobody can can be your dream thief, can steal your dream, I wanted to say. You won't allow this to happen, because you know what are the priorities for you. And the priorities are where you love, how you serve other people, how you bring your love into this planet. And there is where grace happens. There is something that will happen to you that gives you the right resources, the opportunities, the gift. That can even mean a gift that will solve your problem. And it will solve your problem in a second. But it is about choices and consequences. It's about saying no to this timeline, saying no to toxicity, knowing about your own toxicity. And then this opportunities show up. And they will be resonating with your timeline you are in. We have the whale song. I think that's a wonderful card to have as how this works, you know. Whales have a frequency that can be heard through the ocean. Long distances. They communicate like this. And they are like magical beings, right? That can communicate with each other because they have the same frequency. And water is moving this frequency forwards. That is the invitation to stay in your bubble of frequency, stay in your own, to move your projects forwards, because when you do this and when you allow yourself to be present in your own song, so to speak, and not to fall for the bait for other people to say, oh no, please, I can see that you are toxic in a specific way, so please let's fight. And you say, no, I know that I'm toxic in a specific way, but I don't fall for it anymore. Because I'm aware of myself. Know thyself. That's what this is about. And you do, because you are copper. You can change your color. You can change your how other people perceive you. You can be this brilliant, beautiful metal. And you can allow love to smile upon you, because that's what happens when we let go of this fighting invitation. If we let go, and we have many paths, we have the mystical shaman, and we have the hummingbird. And I feel these cards are beautiful confirmation of what I said, these many paths where we choose from, right? When we are on our journey. And the mystical shaman that can decide and discern what is an invitation that I want to take, or which one is the one that keeps me away from my path, from fulfilling my own destiny, right? And to do what is right to do, to learn from our experiences, to move through our life with the awareness of what is our shadow, what is our light, what do you want to go for, what do you bring to this life path of yours, what do you bring with you. And the hummingbird is like the copper. It's the invitation to go for the flowers, to go for the senses, to go for the beauty that you can experience and that you can create. And it is the invitation to go for that. Although there might be an invitation to go for the darkness, to go for loss, to go for lack or something. This is like the hummingbird is this little tiny bird that is able to move through long distances to get to the right flower. It's like the whale, right? Following this own song and moving through your life with the knowing that you are about to choose the right path for yourself. And this path is about love. This path is about letting go of the old stories. The mystical shaman can tell the stories. You know, you can tell the stories if you want to. However you do this, there is this path where you can allow other people to learn from your experiences, because you can tell a beautiful story about it. Maybe you are a storyteller, but there is this one moment, and I think that you already know what I'm talking about. There is this moment where you can say no to the bait. You can say no to this invitation, because it's leading into toxicity and into life paths where you don't want to be. So this is the moment to let it go and to choose the path of awareness and the path of pleasure, the path of your senses, the path of love. I think this one is yours. This is your card. Love makes all things possible. Love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. Yeah. What is there to say, right? Pile 2. It's about your love that you bring to the table. You already do. It's about staying there and setting your priorities into this, and to allow grace to solve all of the things you are concerned about. Allow life and grace to solve this, because love will just solve your things that you are concerned about. So that is what this grace is already there. Follow your own love, your own path into the direction of love and pleasure and service in the best way. You are serving in the best way when you allow yourself to be in your senses and in this present moment, and don't allow other people to drag you into something that you don't want to experience. because you already did. You already know those people. You already know those experiences. There is something else to choose from now. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 2. I'm really, really grateful that you are here. Thank you. And I see you soon. Welcome, Pile 3. You chose the card Gold. And this card talks about something really, really valuable. And it's not just about the material gold that we have in our life as coins or as necklaces or rings or something. It is about the wisdom, and it's about the alchemist that finds this essence inside itself, and it's finding the mystical essence within his or herself. And it is a thing that we have to acknowledge, and that we have to find, and we have to discern what is in this path of our essence, and finding our essence and what is not. And we have the book, we have the park, we have the cross, we have the magic lamp, we have the mouse, and we have to move the cards because we have the owls as well. And this seems to be a destined path you are on. This timeline you are on will lead into something really, really special, because it will lead you into the open, out into the open, right? To share your wisdom, to share your essence with other people. And it will allow you to move beyond your limitation that you felt about yourself, because you felt that you weren't good enough, that there's something missing in your life. And this can even mean that you didn't, this card of gold is about our essence. It's about the value, the things that we really value inside of our hearts. It's about the essence that has to be valued by ourselves. And this card implies that there is something that you didn't value as much as you could, because you searched for the gold in the outside. You took the real gold, the coin, the money, the resources, as something that would value you. And it's not about that, It is, of course, we need money to pay our bills, but it's nothing that we can see ourselves as valuable when we have that. Or if you don't, and maybe there is something that you are missing in your resources, and now that you put yourself into this place of lack. If I don't get this, if I don't have this, I'm not valuable as other people. And maybe other people did this with you as well. It's about shame, right? It's about shame, not getting it, not knowing how this works, right? And this is not, this is the moment where to realize that your wishes come true, that you will be destined to bring this into the outer world, to bring your essence and your wishes, your vision into the outer world, and to let go of this path of lack, not being valuable enough, not having enough, and being stressed about it. And that's, of course, this can happen if we are in these modes of survival, and this can happen through lack of money, lack of relationships, lack of everything. That can be a heritage from our ancestors, from our upbringing. This can just can be a poverty mindset, can be a relationship mindset where you think you don't get the right person into your life and that you are not valuable to be loved. And this is the moment where you have to realize, no, that was your that's not the truth, right? And this is really amazing, because it is not the truth. You have to change your mind about that, because if you don't change your mind about that, you will be in poverty. And that is what you experienced, and that is like a cycle ending of being in poverty, because you kept yourself in it by your own beliefs, right? And this is what is showing up. You have to change your mind about yourself. The Eight of Swords show a card that shows us what you believe about yourself isn't true. It is about you realizing how worthy you are of love, how worthy you are of getting your dreams met. And this is like an upbringing. This is like a past experience that you had that kept you in this belief, that kept you in a hidden way, because you didn't know that this was happening. But it's now the invitation to really change your mind about this and to step into your wish fulfillment, because it is destined that you do so. It's destined that you accomplish this. And this is a really a clear message, with this no in there, and this no to poverty. And this is the hardship, no to hardship anymore, because you don't deserve hardship. So what is it that kept you in the belief that you deserve this? What kept you in the belief that you cannot have what other people have? And to change this is this moment of gold where you realize, wow, there is something inside of me. There is this essence inside of me that is so valuable, that is so beautiful, We have 3. So let's see what that means. That is so valuable. There you can see the perfection of this beautiful, authentic power that is within this, in this horse. And to see that this is the magic in the gold, that is the magic. This horse is glowing while it is enjoying itself, just by itself, right? Because it is beautiful. It is moving. It is creating this movement and this momentum by enjoying itself. And there is no doubt that it's beautiful. There is no doubt that this will happen for it, whatever it is, right? It's enjoying itself in the moment. And this is the moment of transformation. This is the moment of transformation that will lead, or that leads. You are in this right now, because you are in this moment of transformation where you can see the difference, where you can see that when you cherish the outer world, when you cherish the money or the gold, in the material gold instead of the essence, you will fall for greed. And if you fall for greed, you fall for lack as well, because you will never have enough. That's what greed is about. We always want to have more, and that is not. This is not what it's about. It's about changing your mind about yourself, and about what you bring to the table is gold. It's already here. It's already gold. And now, this is Chiron. Chiron is aiming for the bear, right? Chiron is aiming for the false beliefs about yourself. It's aiming for healing yourself in this. and healing your beliefs about this, and to realize, and what the alchemist at the specific point in this journey and the quest of know thyself, this alchemist will explore their own gold, because it is the heart, it is the essence, and it is for how we move forwards into this beautiful, radiant light of our heart that brings new love into this new timeline and leaves behind the shadow of this lack and the greed, because it is on a different level. You cannot be in the one place and in the other place at the same time. You cannot cherish the material gold over the gold in your heart and in your essence by staying in this timeline you are in right now. So this is the moment where you really step into this valuing yourself, valuing your essence, valuing your heart, and saying no to this area, because this is the connection to greed. Poverty is connected to greed. This is it's different sides of the same coin. And it's about this, it's about a thought. It's about a thought about yourself. You don't have enough. You don't have it. Whatever it is, And this is showing us, yes, you do. You're already in it. Just look at yourself, how you flourish in being just you. Authentically you. Look at you, how you flourish. And you can show yourself in the outer world, even when it's challenging to do so, because it confronts us with other experiences that we had in our life. And this is the moment of transformation where you aim for this, because this is the outcome of conditioning. Someone told you that you cannot have it. Someone told you that you are not enough, that you are not worth it. This is the moment of change, because you know that's not true. That's not true. This is, you have it. You have everything that you need, and we have the joyful muse, and the inspiration is coming your way, and you have it from a perspective that is really big, right? This is really, really big, because from your ancestors, that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. And that's beautiful, because I turn 2 cards and we move them along away and over to this side. So you have this joyful muse, you have the watchman as a transpersonal look from above, right? And trust your own adaptability for the transformation you are in. And the Moon Maiden shows us the new beginning that you are in. And it's a new beginning that is confronting all of these things. It's an emotional, it feels like she is really highly connected to the moon, and she is emotional, but she doesn't get drowned by the emotions. She can see what happened in the past, and she can see what she has to transform, and she does, because she's adaptable. And there we have the lay of the land, the ancestral wisdom that leads into success, because this person is standing there on top of the mountain. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. You will accomplish this. You will be in this place where you accomplish and receive gold as well. But in this moment, it's your moment of seeing yourself shine, seeing yourself in this beauty of being the gold. And as you can see, this gold is coming back in these cards, right? It's showing up all the time. It's like shining through in this moon, shining through in this card as well, as this sparkling golden light, and it's sunlight. It's your heart that does this. And it's about you honoring yourself for this, honoring yourself for the journey you were in, honoring yourself that all of these things that you experienced before, all of those things that you believed about yourself led into an inspiration, into creation, because that is where your essence comes through, where you can see your own upbringing, your own conditioning, and where you can step into sharing this with other people, changing your mind about it, because you can see the wisdom behind all your experiences. That is the wisdom that is really something beautiful. And that brings, and there we have the vision quest as well. Yes, that's where you are on, right? On this vision quest. And on getting yourself back. And that's really lovely, because it's so connected to this Chiron. Because this is like the Andean cross is like, there are all of these directions and all of the experiences of the journey of of the shaman, and the vision quest telling us that you are about to be on your quest. And I almost hear you saying, "Oh, what? I'm starting with my quest? I think I finished my quest now." I think you finished an amazing timeline where you stepped out of this whole lack mentality, where you even healed part of your ancestry, where they held on to old beliefs about their own value. But now it's time to move into the real journey of bringing your heart into the thing, and your essence into this, and get out there, get into the outer world. That is where this park comes in, to show yourself, because it's destined that you do so. You had to go through all of your experiences and through your journey, because you had to get your soul back. You're not fragmented anymore. This feels like this is the moment where you get you get into unity again, because you realize that this is about fragmentation. This is about conditioning and people fragmenting and experiences, trauma, whatever, fragmenting us. And this is the moment where you finish this part of your journey by putting it all together and changing your mind and changing your beliefs about yourself, and leaving behind all of these poverty things, all of these things that keep you away from your own essence and from finding the gold that is within it, that wants to be expressed. This is the confirmation that you are on the right path. This is the confirmation that you are not fragmented anymore, and that you now go for your essence and for the real quest. And that's not about overcoming those things. That is about the journey that unfolds when we are aware. When we are aware of what is our shadow, and when we worked with all of this, and when we said, okay, that is something that doesn't work for me, so I let it go. And I let this image of myself go. I let this belief about myself go. And then I step into the next quest that I came here to experience, because that is the real one. Now that you got your soul back together, you got out of your fragmentation, now you can go for the real journey that you are on. And that's about being this authentic power that you are. And I want to have a card. And we have this one. Growing towards rebirth. It is easy to love the butterfly, the symbol of hope and emergence into new life. And did you see the light change? The sun was coming out right now. The life path of the caterpillar may seem somewhat less blessed. Yet without the caterpillar, the butterfly cannot be. Accept that which is ending so you can open up and receive that which is beginning. This is the flow of life. Beautiful. Pile 3. This is your journey into the real path of your essence and of your quest of the shaman. And that's really something. And I know that you might be exhausted right now, but it was worth this ride to step into this timeline and stay there. Stay there. Don't allow all of these beliefs that about yourself, about lack, about poverty, about money, about all of those things, and even being lovable. Don't allow those things to hold you back. Because you already worked with them. You already did the work. And now is the moment to step into the real quest of your heart. And that's how we can see this person dancing into the light, right? Dancing and shining its light and moving forwards like dancing. Even when you are exhausted right now, this will be a totally different path because you already did the work. And it's never the same when we are on a different quest, right? Now it's getting a layer deeper, and you can allow yourself to show up in the outer world with this. Thank you so much, Pile 3, for being here with me and for allowing me to read to you. That is really a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I see you soon.